great white whale that's eluded all others. But my vision is clear, and my harpoon ready.
The name is Jules Brunet.
I just need spirited young folks who I can teach to fight from scratch.
As an interpreter, I have many contacts, you see. And though I cannot fight like you, I am confident that I will have a role to play.
They must stand behind the shogunate, or we all fall to the foreigners.
I have some contacts in the shogunate. If you are interested in doing a favor for them, I could make the necessary arrangements.
By our deeds, our name will ring out over Kyoto. I'm expecting you to play your part as well.
There are things one cannot accomplish alone, but a strong bond makes both parties involved stronger.
Arrived. Japan's been in turmoil. The thing is, we're not really part of either faction. I know that whichever path we choose, we'll be doing it for Japan's future.
Now is the time to show the world the tenacity of our place.
The day of reckoning is at hand. Frankly, need all the help we can get. I'm going to need you on our side.
Of a drum. A fleeting moment can feel like a lifetime for those caught in its deadly rhythm. And a lifetime can pass in the blink of an eye. For anyone embracing its bitter end, for sure, is that time marches forward.
Even if we are apart, still we are one.
Without hesitation, without remorse. If the drum drives the rhythm, then the river directs the flow.
Let's do this, together.
How many mountains must you move to alter the river below?
Let us not forget the pain of Master Shoin and the countless others who have suffered. As the smoke rises, so shall we.
After 3 centuries of the Tokugawa's repressive rule, the Black Ships appeared without warning, and our nation began to tear itself apart. Those who cleave to the past, those who embrace the new, and the Ronin, a warrior free of all masters and bonds. I will watch over you all, as your blades carve a new future. Your time has come. As the old order crumbles, chaos begets the new. For some, revenge is sworn for the suffering they have endured. Others will break this sacred pact in pursuit of a noble cause. Fate is shaped by our own hands. What future will you forge? Lines with a heavy heart, as I find myself once more. Corrupt men accuse me of treason, but I say it is they who betray our land, leaving her in great despair. They are scared and weak, clinging to power, no matter the cost. Let them pass judgment, for I chose my fate years ago, when the black ships arrived, like mountains rising from the sea. It struck fear into their hearts that night, but for me, a flame was kindled, flickering with the promise of a new Japan. She can be sovereign, and she can be free. Seize this opportunity, my sister. Rise up and oppose. Seek allies wherever you find them, and bring them to our call. For if our vision is to succeed, the Shogunate.
Rise of the Ronin is without a doubt following a linear level design, which leads to an all-powerful boss into the game's world, the universe and story. You play as a powerful Ronin, trained from a young age as one half of a pair by a secretive group known as the Veiled Edge. Separated from your blade twin for the first time, you now find yourself alone. And in the mid-1800s, forcing Japan to open up its market to the Western powers. This caused great turmoil in the country between the ruling shogunate, who looked to maintain military power while containing both the threat from the West, as well as the anti-shogunate forces, such as the Choshu clan, who wanted to overthrow the shogunate and change the way Japan was run.
As the smoke rises, so shall we. So shall we!
People must rise and demand revolution. How else can change endure?
Rise of the Ronin is set during the period known as the darkness is represented by the constant political pressure piling on the shogun, widespread disease, and several battles being fought and lost.
When it came to the score, we related with the black ships coming to Japan by having an Occidental.
From an art perspective,
Alternatively, a city would be ruled differently, bringing in new time.
It is time to end this.
本作の舞台の一つ、横浜です。19世紀幕末の時代、最初に国外に開かれた横浜では、和と洋が入り混じった独特の街並みが広がっています。主人公は舁き縄を使って屋根の上に登ったり、装置アビキルを使って高所から滑空し上空を移動することも可能です。攻撃やガードを駆使しながら敵の攻撃を石火で弾いて体勢を崩すことも可能です。敵の武器と相性のいい流派を選ぶと戦いを有利に進めることができます。 戦闘では日本刀や長槍以外にも海外からもたらされた短銃などさまざまな武器が使用できます。ここは伊賀七が作ったからくりで現代の火炎放射器のような強力な遠隔武器です。取り火砲や和洋折衷のアクションである銃剣など西洋の技術を生かした武器をうまく活用すれば強敵にも打ち勝つことができるのでぜひマスターしてください。幕末を生きる人物たちと紡いだ因縁が物語に大きく影響します。ぜひライズ・オブ・ザ・ローニンで一人の浪人として運命を切り開いてください。
ようやくネズミ捕りにかかったの。
気持ちの揺れてないやつはついてこい。
それに倒すも何も幕府はもうとっくに死にてえなんで。
Inca are hard to come by during my confinement. My misguided captors want me to write a confession, betraying my fellow Shishi in exchange for a lighter sentence. I choose to use this paper to write to you instead. The choices we make are curious things. Some are made from the head, with an objective and destination in mind. Others are formed in the heart, when the path ahead is unclear. I count myself a lucky man. As for me, both are aligned. I do not write to ponder my own fate, however, but to send a message of hope. The plan we have been working towards is still in motion. Relay this message to our allies and Ronin alike, for it is the latter we must win over to our cause. There are choices to be made soon, and it is their actions that will determine how this will unfold. Keep the flame of our rebellion burning bright, dear sister. Freedom and sovereignty for our beloved Japan.
時代劇特有の浪人らしさみたいなものはすごく
A Ronin is a samurai who doesn't have a master. They explore various places, meeting. They don't spend much time in the same place, but they always achieve something important, often saving people in some way. They don't really have any strong conviction in the world. Open world has become extremely popular and commonplace in the action game genre. And being able to make the Ronin has a blade twin who grew up with him.
You can't stop the war, no one can. This nation will descend into chaos.
The Blades Twin is
Japan. The great white whale that's eluded all others.
There are many characters during the Usually, you would think it would create issues to have them fight. But
fighting is such a bore.
Our narrative thread ended up being the bond system. Characters.
I know. Tag along with me, will you?
Ryoma evolves together with...
Join us later, if the mood strikes you.
I'm going to need you on our side.
Katsura is a good character to have as an ally.
Pro-shogunate suddenly becomes attractive.
I have some contacts in the shogunate. If you are interested in doing a favor for them, I could make the necessary arrangements.
There's a real diversity of people in the game. It got me thinking that I would have liked living in that pit, a bit like Kondo Isami.
I did. To making Rise of the Ronin a unique game with unique value.
Have passed since my last sit and wait in this dreary cell. I watched the courtyard outside with great intrigue. Yesterday, I witnessed something quite special. A crow landed close to my window, attempting to grasp a piece of bread lodged just beyond its reach. This determined creature tried time and time again, but its beak was too short and too thick. Eventually, the crow left in what I concluded was defeat. But to my amazement, the crow flew back with a stick in its feet. This cunning bird used the stick to dislodge the food and fly away with its prize. A small victory, but it reminded me of our struggle, and that we must adapt if our plan is to succeed. Some may shun the outsider's weapons and tactics, but we cannot be afraid to embrace them in pursuit of our goals.
There's the importance of action in gameplay.
The story.
Let's fight!
Looking at the Bakumatsu era pro and anti-shogunate ideologies. These ideologies fought and contrasted with each other. The goals and fighting styles would be adopted, and first of all, why that fight was happening.
Ready yourselves!
We looked at each personality, along with the choice of weapon.
Weaponry changed. For example, handguns were introduced. Most of them with close combat. Which meant we had to develop gameplay that incorporated
RONIN. It perfectly suits the Bakumatsu era.
This game is completely original. Make the game resemble a history textbook. The team would either agree or possible in this game's universe.
Actions you are able to achieve through exercise and training. I wanted to explore what is possible for humans to achieve
I know. Tag along with me, will you?
What we insisted. We looked at the bomb. Then they can either help you or become opponents.
Won't lay a finger on me!
Depending on the people you...
A large part of the combat in Ronin is based around a wide variety of actions you can choose to combat your enemies. It was essential for us that the player gets positive feelings from the action, for the actions to look cool. However, as